headquarters of common sense.
Talk Radio.
Let's go and talk to showbiz reporter Caroline Faraday. Good evening, Caroline.
I feel like, good evening, I feel like, you know that meme where there's somebody just with a big bucket of popcorn just
That's
staring,
what it is, isn't it? Yeah.
This is what this story's made for.
It's compelling, but it's also absurd.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is the WAGs, it's got all of these elements. And look, if anyone was going to go for Cressida Dick's job, Wagatha Christie, Colleen Rooney, setting herself up as a detective there. Yeah,
because what she did, when she suspected it was Rebecca Vardy, her fellow WAG that was selling the stories, she planted carefully 2 or 3 stories to entrap Rebecca. And sure enough, they were sold. And when they traced back where the stories came from, Colleen thinks it definitively proves that they came from Rebecca's laptop and her phone. Rebecca says that she certainly did not have exclusive access to these outlets, and therefore, you know, it's not her. She now is fighting back, saying Colleen's, is slurring her name. So, and on it goes, and it's been going on for about 2 years, 3 years.
It does. Well, Colleen set this trap, or claims that she set this trap, and then did this big reveal of saying, "I set up an Instagram, but I only allowed one person's account to view it."
That's it.
And that's whose account it was. So she set up this whole thing with these fake stories, something about her basement leaking, something about her choosing the gender of a child, something about something happening in Dubai. So these sort of stories that she planted out there. I mean, it's got all the elements, all the stuff that girls would love to do to their mates.
Yeah,
I remember working with a girl like this, and I used to just start all sorts of things because I was convinced she was like that. I was so right.
Well, there you go. So, and that's where Colleen Rooney earned the nickname Wagatha Christie.
Yeah.
But Rebecca Vardy is just not having it, is she? And I mean,
she says no, and she had a terribly unfortunate time because she was asked to produce her WhatsApp messages, Kevin, and it could happen to any of us. Her phone, with all the messages that she needed to produce to the lawyers, fell in the North Sea.
Did they? That's unfortunate. In what circumstances?
Very unlucky circumstances.
Do we know how they fell into the North Sea?
Just fell into the North Sea, slipped out of her hand. Must have been a wave or maybe a passing dolphin.
But I mean, you know, we mustn't prejudge who's guilty and who's not guilty here. But you would have thought, because these two used to be friends, great friends, you would have thought that after 3 years of this extremely expensive legal manoeuvring, that they might sort of, if not kiss them made up, come to some kind of agreement to stop what to the rest of us. I mean, as you quite rightly say, Caroline, it's very compelling, it's very funny, but it's madness. They're wasting millions of pounds on this.
They've got it to spend, haven't they? They've got all this crazy footballing's money. Libels aren't for the likes of you and I, who don't have that sort of crazy money to go around spending. Libel is an expensive thing to take to court or to defend in court for anybody. It's why you try and not get yourself in that position in the first place. If you are the likes of you and I that couldn't afford to either sue someone for libel or defend a libel. But, there were messages that were put into the domain of the court yesterday, some of those messages, which made it clear that if they had a friendship, it was well and truly over.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that.
Like a frenemy ship, and they were pretty savage to get to read.
And it looks as if both of them, they're like a dog with a bone. They won't let go. So this was a 2-day hearing, as both sides requested more evidence, more disclosure from each other. The judge has gone off to decide whether or not he's going to agree to these requests. He may agree to one of them and not the other, or both, or neither. We don't know. But the next step after that is we go back to court for the serious case. And at that point, their legal bills, are going to go into many, many millions of pounds. If I was Jamie Vardy or Wayne Rooney, I think I might say to my wife, enough.
Well, neither of them can back down at this stage, can they? It's got to come to some sort of conclusion. This is it. You know, you're getting to some sort of conclusion now, unless at some point somebody offers someone a pre-trial deal. But at the moment, if it does go to court, that it could be in May, that could get delayed further. So it will be a while before any of us get to sort of sit back. It hasn't been a good celebrity libel since Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, though, has there?
Yeah, well, actually, that one will take some beating. But this one is a close second. And if nothing else, it has been entertaining the nation now for several years and will continue to do so. Caroline, thank you so much for your time. That's
Good talk.
Hot talk. Bold talk. Talk radio.
Listen on your smart speaker.
Watch it live on your smart TV.
The world headquarters of common sense.
Talk Radio.